What is a special character? If you look into your computer, this characters over here on top of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they are called special characters, this ones. So when you input something, data, we don't want equal signs, we don't want nothing. All of these things we don't actually want. We just want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the words. Hey guys, it's Sunday today. I know, I'm not supposed to be working. I'm not a Sunday working person, but I'm trying to clear up for the week ahead. I'm taking my family, on a no screen 5-day retreat somewhere in the wild coast. Just decided, what, for that, let me just get into the Sunday and just see what I can do. The kids, one is sleeping, one is outside with a friend and a cousin. It was her birthday yesterday, so they're just playing around. I spent the whole morning trying to help Ulra to just clean the house. She's in the bedroom, passing out on the couch. The other one, small boy, is in the living room, watching some TV, doesn't want to do nothing. Sometimes he comes in and he lies on this couch. Oh my God, he left water here. Wow. Shoot. Look at that. Look at that. He drinks from the measuring cup. He just went and got measuring cup and he drinks water from the measuring cup. And I'm supposed to be a cool dad. Anyway, the reason why I'm making up this recording is something I've been battling in, life of an analyst. I've been battling with something else for like 3 weeks. When I was ready to pull my hair out, special characters in SAP system, I had a few finance execs looking at the total bank spend in marketing and computer. So they asked me, can you do that quickly? And I said, it's simple. It should not even take me a day. Only to battle for 3 weeks. Turns out SAP, if you input special characters, we all like to do that. Special characters, you just can't get the data out. But there's a code that they put in FB something that they can change the description of whatever you put in. I didn't know that. I had went online and I've done some dumb thing. I'm just gonna show you what did I do that wasted 3 weeks for me until, well, it wasn't just a waste of 3 weeks. Let me just be there. In a big organization like the bank that I work in, it's quite difficult to know who's responsible for what. Not all people see. I mean, SAP team has got like, I don't know, almost 1,000 people. So who do you speak to? I spent almost the whole week jumping from one person to the next to the next. No, not me. Not maybe it's BPC. Not BPC. It's ECC. Not me. It's the technical side. It's this. No, it's not finance. It's this. You jump around just in SAP. The whole SAP's got so many people. But what I really found out, the person that sits on SAP, it doesn't sit on the finance side of things or the HR side of things. It sits on the IT side of things, the technical guy that helped me to take out special character. What is a special character? If you look into your computer, this characters over here on top of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, normally they mean something. All of these characters, they mean something to the computer. So they are called special characters, this ones. So when you input something, data, we don't want equal signs, we don't want nothing. All of these things we don't actually want. We just want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the words. So somebody else has put those special characters and is making the whole thing to fall apart. And guess what? What's the special character that they put in? It was not their fault. It was, let's say for instance, Lisema's towing company. Lisema's towing company. So when you put it in, I mean, if you're a data capturer or you're paying an invoice, I don't know what they call those people that pay invoices in finance. If you're paying invoices, you will type it in like Lisema special character as towing. That special character that you put there is the one that's been driving me crazy for a long time. How to get it out? I did all these crazy things that the people on the internet normally suggest. I must say, don't rely mostly on the people in the internet how to solve things. Sometimes look within your own organization, then they'll solve things for you. I'll show you just now what did I do to solve that issue. Well, it's still not 100% solved. The other here still has got special characters, but I'll show you what did I do. So first things first, with SAP is you come over there, you make your selection. I think they call this business client. So as part of my selections, I think I had a list of things that I wanted to select. So I'm just looking for specific computers that form part of the computer and the fees, especially the fees and I think it's fees and, let me just close here, fees and marketing. So I'm just gonna take all this cost center accounts that form part of fees and marketing, copy that through, and then take it to SAP account. Is that account? Yes, that's account. I'm just gonna paste it here. My touchpad is acting up on me. Let me just see. We're seeing for the whole year. Let's run that. I'm just gonna run that. So what happens is, let me show you what the old one used to do. So I'm trying to pull out the fees and the thingy. So I've exported into Excel. We'll just look at what 2020 will look like. This is 2019. So let's double click on that. Hello, buddy. What's up? Where should I come? Where should I come?
Cake.
You want cake? Oh, here.
No.
You don't want this one?
Yes.
Which one do you want?
One.
Huh?
One cloud.
Okay, let me just finish up here. Let me just show this analyst, fellow analyst, what to do. I'm gonna come to you. So, excuse me there, having cake too. So, let's focus on that. So it's telling me here, in case you don't see the wording, it says we have found a problem in some of the content in the webbook that you're doing. Do you want us to try to recover? If you say no, it doesn't open up the workbook. If you say yes, I'll show you what does it do. So down here, you will see it's trying to open up the workbook. Come on, autofocus. You're focusing on the wrong thing. Come on. Where's manual focus? Can I just manually focus? There you go. Down there. Do you want to go make a wee? Oh my gosh, I'm still potty training. Look at that. He already took his pants off. Ooh. Okay, there you go. Then when it opens up, it comes here to say, listen, we found an error. This is where the error is, and it's found on this line and that row in XML. So I'll show you how to open this thing in XML just now. So any other analyst will tell you, when you get something like this, what we normally do is we copy that. It doesn't matter what it looks like. They'll tell you this in university. If you went to one of those universities that I went to, and you paste it there, and then you'll get a Google search bar, and it'll tell you how to determine the correct illegal character, you know, something like that. There'll be answers online. Let's just click on one. I don't know what it is. Support app, SAP. So when you click on this one, you'll find out that SAP is actually quite useless, because I'll show you. It shows you where the error is, and then it says read more. So it tells you, even, I don't know who created this, it tells you what platform creates this thing. So I was on SAP NetWeaver or Business Client, and I'm like, yes, that's the one. Then I click here, and it shows me that's exactly what I found. When I click on read more, check what this stupid thing does. It wants me to log in. And guess what? I don't have this login details. I don't know who created this support. This is like horrible after sales. Anyway, this is useless. Let's go to the next one. Microsoft is trying to answer that because it's their product. Let's click on Microsoft. Now they're talking all of this blah 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 blah. If you're like me, you understand half the stuff that they're saying here, but then you bump into this guy. This guy is really onto something, and he says you can rename this. Well, maybe he can work on his wedding, but he, as part of his solution, he says you can rename your XLS file to zip extension. So it means I'm coming here, let me quickly make a copy, the track there, and then it creates a copy. Once I found the copy, I'm just gonna double click here, change this. I'm gonna rename it 2019, I think it was 2019. So what he says is this XLS, you change it to .zip. After you do that, it tells you this to say, hang on a second, you're about to change something, and you said yes, and then can you see that has changed from an Excel workbook to a zip file. Okay, let's go back to what he was saying. You change that thing and then decompress. Decompress means you unzip. So you can unzip, go to the Excel folder, and then you find this. There's apparently some folder like this, and then check the line that shows an error message. Probably there is a strange character that Excel doesn't recognize. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Excel. You remember this? We had this thing. It told us line number 1, column number 7, what. So apparently that's where the key is. So let's go back to what he said. Let's go back here. I'm not gonna unzip this thing, but rather I'm gonna open it up while it's still zipped up like that. I'm just gonna go inside it. No, I don't want to unzip. No, I don't want to unzip. I'm just gonna go inside Excel, and then there's this folder. Apparently all of our data gets stored in here. So let's open it up. Let's go find the special character. Okay, so you can click here. Once you go to the beginning, once you click at the beginning, there's something down here at the bottom. Can you see down here? It tells you line 1, column number 3. As I'm going around on the side, as I'm going on the side, the column numbers is changing down here. Come on, auto correct, auto zoom, zoom. There. Can you see? As I'm going down, it changes. So you can go the easier way. You can go manually until you get to the 6 million line, or you can search for a special character. Luckily, special character I know it sees as this block. Oh, that block. Can you see the block? Yes, that block. That finicky block, that one, that is a special character in Excel. So you go to Microsoft Word, you insert that block, you copy that from Microsoft Word, you put it here, you click on next, and guess what? It has found it. That special character down here. Can you see? Let's check if this is the right place. 169111756 6911756 6911755. That's where the special character is. So if that's where you found the special character and you copy this whole thing, this is the description that must be changed on SAP. So if you found your SAP guy, go into a SAP guy and let them change that. If you are like this guy, let's go back to the Excel workbook. Let's find his solution. What does his solution say? He says once you can find something that you don't recognize, and then he start typing here, but I must warn you that the solution that he's typing here does not work, because he typed this in 2017. When I was looking at this, it was 2021. So Excel has changed quite a bit. So he's saying once you see the thing that you don't like, you can delete the strange character or change it. I must warn you, if you've ever worked with hashing before, like if you take a document and you hash it and you get a MD5 hash code of that document, you would know that a simple thing like a space bar changes the hash code of a document. So if you go into that document and then you delete the special character and then you close, you follow what he was saying there, you close it, the new Excel is still not going to open up that document. So essentially, thus far, I haven't found a working solution to deal with special characters in XML coding. In the previous Excel version of Excel, probably it was working, but in this new Excel 365, it is not working. You cannot just delete, because once you change one character, Excel will complain about the integrity of the document. Meaning, what Excel is looking for is, I cannot mail you a document saying I'm earning 200,000, and then somehow when it gets to the other side, when you open up in Excel, the 200,000 has changed to 2 million. Once it picks up that, well, the document is not the same as it was sent, on the other side it will not open. The 200,000 will never turn into 2 million. That's the security. That's why when you go into the unzipped version, let me go into unzip. That's why when you go into unzipped version, you have all these other weird documents. All they do, this document, like this sheet 1 document, even though it's so big, all they do is to check the integrity of the Excel workbook. So once you change that special character and you replace it with a space bar or something, I'm sorry, your Excel will not work. The only thing else that this exercise does is it allows me to contact the SAP guys to say, hang on a second, change that. So if you come over here, so I went into my Teams and then I showed him the what we spoke about, to say he had said I must just check it. After a couple of hours of downloading, I have successfully downloaded the following year, but it turns out it still has got issues. So there, over there, you get an issue. Man, look at the time, it's already like 6:30, 4:30 already. This process really takes a lot. So to avoid you from going through whatever I'm going through, I would suggest you just get the guys and say, listen, get these things going. I'm just gonna snip this and then send it to them and say, listen, I can't do nothing now. This thing is really a mission. It looks like 2020 also has an issue. Copy that. I'm gonna make a new one. Oh, we ever created a snipping tool? Oh, that person is a genius. So I'm gonna do that. Just want him to see the description. Undo. Control Z. There's no undo here. You have to erase. Copy that and put it here. This here. I'm just gonna come here. Just gonna come here and change the year only. Let's see if I'll get the data. This is how I wasted 3 weeks trying to get data. I just decided to refresh one model manually that I wanted to, it's even failing. Why is it failing? I really don't have time to look at this. You know what? To take defeat, it's already 4:30. I'm just gonna go make up supper, something to eat. So the rest of today, I actually worked, but I didn't show anything, worthwhile. That just sucks about being an analyst, because you could, this one does not have 2020. I'm gonna have to fix that table. I'm gonna go there manually and run it. Sometimes it does go through when you do that. Please go through. If one table can go through, conflict, other columns specific and pivot. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come here and then fix that. You know what? I'm just thinking to take defeat today. Special characters are driving me nuts. I have the model here that doesn't work. I'm just gonna take defeat and just call it a day. And then I'll come back to this thing a bit later with a fresh mind so that I can look at it. That's what I'm thinking. 2020-01 that is having a problem here. I'll look at it later, and from there then but I'll come back to it. Let me just go prepare for my family. Sure. So finally looks like 2021 got solved. It's almost 6 o'clock and I was able to download the 2021, and then I'm importing it now. 2020 and 2019 seems like it's gonna be a big of an issue. Nice part about it is that once the data is imported, there's already a process in place to make sure that it can be analyzed. The biggest part of my job, even though I'm not a data analyst, has to do with data preparation and data analysis and creating rules to set how data should behave. Even though I'm not a data analyst, I'm a financial analyst, but all of that is quite necessary, and all the frustrating part about data preparation, data transformation, all of that make up the biggest portion of my job. So as much as all I do is financial analysis, you might find out that 90% of the time I spend a day just fighting data. But that 10%, when data is right, that 10% makes reports that has got the biggest impact. So I think the only thing else for me right now, special characters are still there in the 2 years. The funny part about it, you have to download those reports for you to see. The reports are not that big. They're about 50-60 megabytes each, which is not a lot of rows. When there's one special character, the whole report becomes null and void. But from there, I think I'll be able to pull the data, and then I'll push it into the BI site and make it work. And then what I'll do is keep on going and tell guys, solve one special character, solve another. The process that I'm going through hasn't been put onto the internet as yet. Maybe it has, but you need to log into the SAP for you to understand that. Maybe they just don't want to depress you. They're protecting their software. They don't want people to say, when you got problem with SAP, you have to go through this, and I understand it. But it's the frustration that analysts have to sit with the business decision. If the business decides to go with SAP, what can I do? We have to make it work as fast as possible. So this has been a day in the life of a senior financial business analyst. Data frustration because of special character. It makes sense. Smith's towing, Lisema's towing. They put a special character there. It breaks the whole report. But anyway, I'm gonna ask the guys to fix it up. It might take a few days, but it has been 3 weeks down the line. Thanks, Thanks guys, cheers.